everybody. I hope you all are having a great day today. So here we are again, where I come in on a video like this. I call it my talking video, where I talk about all of the things that's on my mind or that's going on in my life. So it's time for me to get an iron infusion. And I haven't had my iron infusion and I am depleted. I am depleted of all the energy that I could ever have, or you could only imagine. So backtrack. Let's just backtrack. I don't know if you're familiar with me or if you're not familiar with me. The last video that I did about this, when I went to go get my iron infusion, I had a really bad reaction. This is a new place where I'm getting these iron infusions. It's a newer place than I used to go a couple of years ago. And I tried to tell this new doctor that when the last people used to do the iron infusion, they would give me what they would call a cocktail of 3 different types of medicines. And they would give that to me a half an hour before giving me the iron infusion. And it was able to let me be able to receive the iron without a reaction. Because otherwise, if they didn't give that to me, I have a really bad reaction to the iron and I wouldn't be able to do it. Okay, so when I go to these new people, I seen them 2 times. Each time I went, I had a really, really, really bad reaction. But I told them to correspond with the other hospital what medicine they were putting in that, what they call a cocktail, before giving me the iron. I said, I think one of them was Benadryl. I think that's what I was telling them. And I said, I don't know the name of the other ones. So I'm thinking that this doctor in this facility is going to correspond with the other hospital and say, okay, what did y'all give her? So she's going to be able to get her iron. Well, seems like they didn't do that because none of the iron infusions worked, basically. So this last iron infusion that I went to try to get, they gave me the medicine. I told them, I said, now last time I was here, I said, y'all gave me too much Benadryl. I said, y'all are like knocking me out. Like when I leave there, I'm asleep for the next 8 hours when I get home. They're giving me too much, and they're like, okay, so we cut down on the amount that we give you, but they're giving it, through my vein, through my arm. So, I mean, literally, as soon as it hits my system, I'm conked out. So anyways, she said, half an hour's been by. Let's go ahead and do the iron infusion. As soon as the iron hits my system, yeah, I couldn't breathe. My husband had went to the car to grab something. I couldn't breathe. Just like a heavy weight hits me in my stomach, like in the lower part of my stomach. And like my head feels like it's on fire and all kinds of stuff. But anyways, I look at him. I say, call my husband. I say, and get the doctor in here. Because the nurses are doing it. And so I see the doctor. She's there and she's demanding what needs done to fix the situation. In the meantime, I'm trying to talk to them, but I'm so sleepy. It's hard to really communicate. Next thing you know, I see my husband. He's there. He's holding my leg and my hand, and he's right there. But the doctor says, after 2 times of seeing them, she says, okay, because now this is 2 reactions, and this one was really bad. She says, okay, I'm just going to have to say that you're allergic to this. And I thought, oh, no. Because for years, I was getting this iron. The other facility was able to give me the iron as long as they gave me that little, what they call cocktail of the 3 medications. And so here we are. I need my iron infusion. I need it now because I have absolutely no energy. And every month when that monthly thing comes around, I'm getting depleted of even more energy, right? Like I'm trying and I'm smiling. I look okay, but I'm not okay. I have no energy. But anyways, so yesterday, me and my husband got to talking, and I told him, I said, baby, I need to get my iron infusion. I said, and this new lady done put in my charts that I'm allergic to something that I've been taking for years. He said, no. He said, first of all, they was supposed to call you, and they was, for an updated appointment, right? Nobody never called me, okay? So he said, you want me to call or you gonna call? I said, I'll call. So I called yesterday, and I said, I'm calling because I need my iron infusion. And she said, honey, you don't have no more. I said, I do. I didn't even let her finish her sentence. I did. I said, I do. I said, because the last time I came, we had to stop everything. I didn't even have 1 ounce of iron in me. We had to stop it because of an, allergic reaction. I told the lady. And she says, oh, okay, you still have some left. I said, yeah. I said, I'd like to know why y'all never called me so we could follow up. She said, well, you have a follow-up appointment in November. I said, that follow-up appointment was going to be you guys checking on me after the iron infusion. I said, so I'm telling this lady, I said, in case you don't know me, when I came in, I had a reaction. We had to stop everything. I said, I need an iron infusion right now. And she said, oh, okay, can you come in October 3rd, Friday, October 3rd? And I said, yeah. And so now, but the thing about this, the lady, the new doctor, she left. She went to North Carolina to, pursue her, whatever she's doing. And so there's a new gentleman here. He doesn't know me from Adam. He doesn't know me. I tell the lady on the phone, I say, now, what I need to happen before this October 3rd appointment, I'm going to need you to tell him to correspond with the doctor's office. I mean, the hospital, because it's an actual hospital. Correspond with them so he can get the 3 medications that they would give me successfully so I can receive my iron. And she said, well, and the lady says this, she says, well, I'm just the lady that answers the phone. Okay, so clearly you're not trying to, I got off the phone with her. I called my husband, and my husband said, well, baby, how about you try it? I called the hospital that I was having success with. I left them because their iron infusions cost $5,000 a piece. And that it's a lot. It's either 5,000 or 8,000. At this point, I don't know how much it is. It's because I have an outstanding balance with them. It's okay to laugh with me. But anyways, I left them because theirs was so expensive. And this place is a bit more, the prices sound pretty good. My husband said, call them and see if they can tell you. The first lady that answered the phone, she said she was so sweet. She said, hi. I said, hi. She said, do you want to come back? I said, no. I want to say, no, you're too damn expensive. But I didn't say that. I said, no, I don't. I said, but I tell you what. I went explaining everything, how I, moved, and I'm getting iron infusions from another location. I said, but there was 3 medications that you guys would give me that worked, and I was able to get my iron. I said, please tell me what they are. She had me on hold. She came back on the phone and told me. I'm like, if I would have known it would have been that easy, I would have been done did this. And the lady, the doctor that was helping me before she went out of town, she would have known instead of giving me Benadryl. So here's what she told me. She said, we was giving you, y'all, I got to put my glasses on because I can't read anything anymore without glasses. Okay, let's just see. She said, sodium chloride. They would give me 250 milligrams. And then they would give me something called solumedrol. I think I'm saying that right. 125 milligrams. And then they would give me Pepsid, 20 milligrams all together. Okay. And then they would wait the half an hour, and then they would give me the iron, 750 milligrams. I'm like, yes. So today I called them back and I said, have the doctor call me, this new gentleman, because he needs to know before I come in on my appointment on October 3rd that I need these medicines in my system before they begin to pump the iron. So here we are. So I'm hoping, and I just feel like everything's getting ready to work itself out. So I'm super excited. Along the way, some lady popped up on my TikTok just out the blue. I don't even remember seeing her name. I'm not sure if I've ever seen her name ever. But on TikTok, her name is Rocky, R-O-C-K-Y, and the next name is Kel, K-E-L. She's like, hey, she DMs me and she's like, I watch you, just out of the blue. I watch you on YouTube and I want you to see this video. And so I click on this lady's video, and there is a lady, and she's talking about how all of her life she's had low iron like me. She's had iron issues. They've tested her for everything under the sun, just like they've done me. They could never figure out anything, she said. And as a matter of fact, her iron got worse, right? She said that she started drinking, I think she said a pint. Don't quote me. I think she said a pint of it's called Mr. Pure orange juice. Y'all, everybody in the comment section, let me know, have you ever heard of it? Okay? I need to know where to get it from. She said her numbers went from being in the drain to, to amazing numbers. And that's what I need to happen. But the thing about me is see, she might not be diabetic. With me being diabetic, the orange juice is super sugary for me. So I don't want to be drinking this orange juice and making my sugar go too high, right? But I want to try it. I want to try it. I want to drink the orange juice. See, because my diabetes right now is under control. My A1C is like a 5.1, like it's excellent. My sugars are great right now. I want to try it. Mr. Pure orange juice. I just need to know where to get it from. I did a little bit of research, but I was doing the research while I was busy. So I hadn't yet to find where I can get it from. She said that the bottle that she showed in her video was like $7. I will buy every bottle of Mr. Pure orange juice. Y'all, let me know where I can find it at. I will get it delivered today. So I'm excited about that. So thank you, if you're watching this, to the lady that suggested this. Hold on, I'm looking down, y'all. Hold on one second. Rocky Kale, if you're watching this, thank you for that video. I'm super interested in trying. I want to try the orange juice. What if this is the end all? I don't know if that's how I wanted to word it, to my low iron issues. If I could drink a pint of orange juice a day, it's supposed to be pure orange juice. She said there's no sugar added. She said she ain't been doing nothing else. Ain't been taking no iron pills. I want to try it. I just need to know where to find it. But I love y'all. I just wanted to come on here and talk and tell y'all everything that's going on. And I have an appointment coming up, and they better do it right. You hear me? I'm telling you, they better do it right. So what I'm going to do, a couple of days before my appointment on the 3rd, I'm going to say, can I speak to this gentleman's nurses? I want them to make sure that they have an understanding of what I'm supposed to have before the iron infusions. These 3 medications, how much, and how to do it. So I'm excited. I am excited. But once you get the iron, it does take They tell you it takes about a month to really get going in your system. So that's my update. I love y'all. I love y'all. I just released a video today for you guys of how to make delicious stewed tomatoes and okra over a fluffy bed of rice. And when I tell you it was so good, you should definitely make you some. I love y'all. From the bottom of my heart, I do. I'll see you on the next video. Good night.